Middle guard, number 53, Ted Melby. At tackle, number 52, Tim Landwehr. At tackle, number 71, Ryan Frederick. At end, number 37, John Poplinski. At end, number 84, Dan Fortson. Linebacker, number 40, Clint Cobbs. Linebacker, number 55, Scott Hawley. Rover, number 32, Brian Potter. At corner, 29, Chris Roth. At corner, number 30, Brian Olds. Safety, number 26, Mike Gressel. SPASH is coached by Jerry Fitzgerald.
Again, Craig Smalley, number 36, came up to make the tackle. That's possession of this one. Thomas back to throw with time. Goes to the right side, well overthrown. Placeway had triple coverage. He threw it away. I'll tell you, that thing sailed over the heads of everybody, but maybe that wasn't too bad because you pointed out the coverage on that play. Yeah, there were 3 blue shirts right there with Brian Placeway. With Sports Center backs up school, check out their big screen TV for all the NFL action. The upper level lounge available for teams of any size. The racquetball courts are open to the public. That is Rockwood Sports Center. They're at 1501 Cedar Drive in Plymouth. Second down and 10, Stevens Point. Thomas is back to throw. He's got time now. Wings it on. It is caught by Hintz, but I don't know if he gained any yards on the catch.
No, I don't think they're going to give him too much. In fact, I think it's going to be like you said, Scott. I think it's about the same spot on the field.
Give him about a half a yard gain and call it a third down.
Third down and 10, and so far I like the protection that the quarterback is getting from the line. Both you guys pointed that out in the last ball game, and the line is doing a great job thus far.
Third down, and Thomas is in the shotgun right now. Thomas looks downfield over the middle. He goes to Sean Gilbert, who ran a route only to the 25-yard line. So you've got a 2-yard gain on third and 10. And do you send in the kicking unit? It does not appear.
Well, Brock Gaylor, a linebacker, made the stop that time. It's a 4th down, and that would be quite a kick. And we have a good kicker, but that would be extending his limits, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Ken. Take a chance at getting a first down here. 4th down and 8 yards to go for Stevens Point. With time. He's going for play. He's got the catch. Should be a first down depending upon the marking. He was hit immediately, and it's all up to the official right there on the play.
I'll tell you, John Lurberry, one of the defensive backs, with a cushion, our quarterback really picked it up, and that pass was right in the button, Scott.
It certainly was, Ken. It was thrown very well. Very quick pass by Holland. And Placeway knew how far he had to get. Brian went to the first down marker. An extra yard. He's got the first down for the Panthers at the 16-yard line. Needed 8, got 9. First catch of the afternoon for Brian Placeway. First down and 10, Stevens Point. Hold in motion. Thomas is back to throw one more time. Looks switched out of the backfield and dropped it. That one is catchable and maybe good for 5+ yards if he catches.
I think that's something that we see, whether it's any kind of ball, high school, college, pro. You start to run without having the ball actually in your hands. And that young man has caught so many of those passes, and no one feels worse than he does right now.
Cooper Oil Company of Stevens Point, proud to back high school sports. Whether it be gas for your car or diesel fuel for the farm, trusted company with over 100 years of experience in providing Americans high-quality gas. That is Amoco Cooper Oil Company in Stevens Point. It is second down and 10. Thomas again to throw. Here comes the blitz. Swing it out of the backfield. He has that. That's to the 15. He's to the 10-yard line.
Boy, was that thing set up. I mean, the Appleton defense started to come in, and I think all of a sudden they realized that was going to be a short pass in the flat. A great choice of plays thus far, Scott.
Third down and 4 for Stevens Point. More like 3.5 at the 10-yard line. Opening possession for the Panthers after a miscue by Appleton West on the opening kickoff. Had to start from deep in its own territory. Panthers trying to take advantage, trying to get out the scoreboard. Stevens Point signaling for a timeout. The coaching staff is, but the players don't see him now. They do. Point's going to take a timeout. 5:09 to go. Opening quarter. We will return in 1 minute.
Consider this a 2-down situation to get a first down, or?
Well, I don't know. You know, you mentioned we have a very good kicker.
That's right.
Get some points on the board, but we'll wait and see as the Panthers have the football. Thomas back to throw. He's looking, swings it out towards the end zone, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted. Jesse threw it to tremendous coverage that time.
That thing was almost picked off. I think our kicking team is going in, and you're a sidewinder kicker. This is the side of the field you want to kick from, because usually that ball will hook inside those goalposts.
Well, you're going to look at a 28-yard field goal. They actually kind of lost half half a yard on the replacement of the football. So it's a 28-yard field goal try here for Stevens Point. Snaps down. Weinkauf's kick is certainly long enough, but he missed it off to the left side. He had more than enough leg, but he just simply pulled it. And with 5 minutes to go, Stevens Point, with the golden opportunity, comes up empty.
It's going to be interesting to see. Point had a lot of ball possession, took a lot of clock in that, and Appleton's been sitting on the side. Now you got to have your defense go back and say, we did it before, we got to stop these guys right now.
West will get it. Now with some breathing room, quite frankly, at the 20-yard line, and we'll see what the Terrors can do with it from there. That hurts. He had a great chance. It came up empty. Yep. Defense has to rise to the occasion here. Erickson with his team set at the 20-yard line, sends a man in motion. That is Richter to the left side. He'll come back to the right side to Saul. Breaking tackles. He's across the 25 to the 28-yard line, and one tackler away from going the distance.
I'll tell you, you don't want that young man getting loose because he started to break to the outside. I think the kid down in the ankles was number 29, Chris Roth, and he got some help, but he still picked up 8 yards.
Second down, 2 yards to go for Appleton West. And a simple handoff back to the right that time. They shipped him to the pro set, and now Rickard in motion to the left to send. They'll go left side. Saul gets one to the first down, but he backpedals his way to a first down at the 31. Give him some credit for keeping those legs moving.
I'll tell you, Mike Gressel came up though and really filled that thing, and young number 26 just stuck that shoulder right in there. They got a first down, but it was a great fill of a hole.
Yeah, initially hit behind the first down marker, but give again Nick Salm some credit. He kept the legs churning and got 2 extra yards because of it. That was good enough for a first down, so it's first down and 10 from the 31.
And I think that young man you're talking about, the halfback, has done that all year.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's how you get so many yards, huh? Down to under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless from Gerke Field at Stevens Point in postseason play. The turn, the give off the right side. This is Rickard trying to get outside. And the Panthers do a good job of gang tackling once again. Across the 35 to about the 36. That's going to be about 4 yards, maybe 5.
I tell you, they really came to help each other, and that's been the story the entire year with SPASH. I mean, it's a group of kids. You said it best. You can't name any particular one, but they all seem to join in and help out.
Oh, the gain of 5, it looked like it was stopped shorter than that. I'm not being critical. I mean, that just is a credit to the running back again. They don't want to go down. They're getting a yard or 2 and sometimes 3 extra just by keeping those legs moving and driving forward. Second down and 5. Solomon motion left side. The pitch out Rickard to the left side. Potter stopped it initially, and now getting outside is Rickard and tripped up across the 45. Out near the 48-yard line. Good open field running that time. It looked like it was going to be stopped by Potter, not to be, and West with another first down.
I'll tell you, talk about good open running. It was a good open field tackle also by Gressel. He came up, and I think if he doesn't make the tackle, I think that kid goes all the way, but it's another first down for Appleton.
Out at the 49-yard line, a pickup of 13 on the play. So it becomes first down and 10. Appleton West started at its own 20-yard line. We're scoreless here. Erickson wants to throw on first down. He's got time. Wings it up. He's got a man open, but overthrown for Rickard downfield.
That thing was way gone, and you talk about throwing in the coverage. There was about 3 white shirts waiting for that, but it was a good pass, and you were just often almost wondering, when are they going to throw the ball? They've run it so often.
The only thing good about that one, if you're the quarterback and the receiver, is the receiver was behind the defenders giving chase, where Stevens Point's 4 white shirts. It's second down and 10. From the 49-yard line, that was the first pass by Matt Erickson this afternoon. Winner of this one plays again next weekend. Second down call, inside handoff, and with it is Salm. Salm got across the 50 to the 47, and then he is pushed back. Pardon me, that's Beardsley.
Making the tackle was Brian Potter, but one of our backs came up and really was shooting that gap, and it's a third down for Appleton.
Third and 6 is where it's going to be spotted at the Stevens Point 47-yard line. Bank One, a proud sponsor of community sports. At Bank One, you're going to find a team of people ready and willing to do whatever it takes to make banking easy and convenient for you. Bank One, they're at 601 Main Street in Stevens Point. Third down call, and the left tackle move. That's going to net 5 yards against the offense.
I was just going to say, this team gets down like the Dallas Cowboys is set, and down they go. But that guy just picked up real fast, and that's a big penalty for him right now.
You bet. It's 3rd and 11 now. Panthers need to get some pressure on the quarterback, expecting a pass here. Not to say that Appleton West will definitely go that direction. Good size turnout for a pretty chilly afternoon.
Oh, it's a great turnout. Both fans.
3rd down and 11. Erickson fakes it into the line. Back to throw. Poplinsky has got him. Johnny Poplinsky back at the 35-yard line. He has been there as a pass rusher all year long, and Johnny with one of his bigger sacks are going to mark it at the 39.
I'll tell you, he wrapped his arms around that young man, and he wasn't going to let go. And let me tell you, if you want to bring fans up with you into a ball game, make a stop like that, because the fans just went berserk here. It's a 4th down and punting situation for Appleton.
4th down and about 20 to go, and so the Terrors will kick it away again. We're under a minute to go in the opening quarter. High snap, but no problem for the punter, and he gets off a nice spiraling kick that Olds never called fair catch for, made the catch at the 30 and goes down in a hurry right there.
I'll tell you, whether you make a fair catch or not, I just am amazed at these young people who can catch that ball with those people coming down on him. The nice thing about it is he wrapped his arms around, took a step or two ahead, and they're going to put that ball right about on the between the 30 and the 31.
It is going to be East Stevens Point's football.
And there's no officials timeout.
We do have a short time. We'll take a... No, we won't. I don't trust these guys. Hey, there's new ski equipment and clothing arriving daily at the hostel shop in downtown Stevens Point. Be sure to check that.
They have a nice march going. Let's see if they can repeat right now, Scott.
Starting at the 31-yard line, Jesse Hamas makes it into the line, rolls out to the left side, looking to throw. He's going to run with it. Hamas knocked out of bounds at around the 32 or 3-yard line. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd, but Jesse was still on the field of play when he was hit. And as a defender, you got to take that shot.
Oh, yeah, because first of all, every time you see a quarterback coming around and you're a lineman, that's like being offered dessert. And it was a good solid hit, and they put him into the sideline. And this could be, if it's a running play, the last play of the first quarter.
2-yard gain for Hamas. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. 26 seconds to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. Holds in motion to the left side. Hamas wants to throw. Swings it off. Batted in the air, intended for Olds. It's going to be picked off. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Appleton West picks it up on a screen pass and goes the distance to score.
I think that was number 22, Kurt Young.
Kurt Young with the interception return on a screen pass, and boy, does that change this football game.
It was one of those balls that's tipped, and it was just tipped to the Appleton ball player, and he just picked it up. It was down the sidelines. He was hit, but he just flew into the end zone.
36 yards for the touchdown. And it is 6-0, and West is going to take a timeout with 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. The Panthers have played very, very well, but mistakes can come back to hurt you. A missed field goal took 3 off the board for Stevens Point, and now the interception on a tipped screen pass, and Kurt Young picks it up and goes. I have it down for 36 yards. It was in that vicinity anyway.
Well, they're going to go for a 1 point, Scotty.
They didn't have enough guys on the field for the point after. Placement's down, and the kick on the way, and it's good. I almost thought that Poplinsky, Potter had blocked it, but not so. So, with 15 seconds to go in the opening quarter, it is Appleton West leading 7-0. We'll be back. South with a defensive touchdown to take a 7-0 lead here. Up to the Panthers now, Ken, when they get the football back here, to make something happen with the offense. Not necessarily have to score, but you can't sit back 3 down and punt it back and get that old so-called momentum going against you right away.
I think the secret is you don't have to do it in 1 down. Just keep that ball. Here we go.
A short bouncing kick that Holcomb batted down, having trouble finding it, and finally falls on top of it at the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you, Johnny had a little trouble, but the smartest thing he did is when he just fell down on that ball because Appleton was coming up. Stevens Point with 10 seconds left will have the ball, and it'll be 1st and 10, trailing now 7-0.
And the Sherrill Tire Center scoreboard shows Appleton West leading 7-0. The Sherrill Tire Center, for more than just tires, it's your full-service auto center. It is first down, Stevens Point, 23-yard line. They're going to let the clock run out, and that is going to do it. We are at the end of 1 quarter of play. It is Appleton West leading Stevens Point 7-0. We'll be back in a minute. 7-0. Appleton West. Stevens Point with it. First down and 10. Start of the second quarter. The handoff goes to Sass off the left side. Greg Sass across the 30 and out to the 31-yard line. Nice 8-yard run on first down.
Oh, great run and a great couple of blocks up in front of him there. And he looks like he's ready to play ball today, and so does our offensive line.
Nice 8-yard run for Greg Sass. Sass, of course, with the game-winning touchdown against La Crosse Central in overtime on Tuesday night.
Well, you guys really cut loose when he did that.
We did?
Oh, yeah, you and Steve were just a little excited.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we kind of got revved up for that one.
It was a great night.
Second down and 2 for Stevens Point. Placeway in the slot on the right side. Thomas gives to Sass, hit in the backfield, and Greg is fortunate to have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So now you set up the third down call.
You know, it's a funny thing, if you can believe this, 2 of the kids got locked up in the masks. And one of the linebackers from Appleton, Jason Skinner, had his mask caught with our tackle, and one of the kids just pulled him apart.
A pickup of 1 actually for Sass, so it's third down and a yard. Well, that quick out pattern, the jury was open in the early going, but they have not gone back to that. Both these wide receivers are split to the right side on a 3rd and 1. Thomas wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going deep downfield and incomplete, intended for Brian Placeway. You had a 3rd and 1 and you throw deep and now have to kick it away.
Well, I tell you, if they catch it, it's a great play. As it turns out, it was incomplete. He had good protection, the quarterback, that is. But now SPASH is going to have to punt, and they're going to be punting into that wind we talked about before.
Yeah, now a light snow shower. Oh, it's so beautiful to see that snow, isn't it?
It's too early.
Kick coming, a high kick into the wind, fielded at the 42-yard line, and hit immediately as he started back upfield on the return that time. Tyler Yan, and he is hit and dropped.
Yeah, Dan Portson came up and really put the clamps on him and brought him down. And Appleton, however, going to have great field position to start this thing.
So Appleton West has the football at the 42-yard line, leading by a score of 7-0 over Stevens Point. Stevens Point's defense has been very good so far. Melby, Frederick, Landwehr, Poplinski, Ports, and the up front guys for Stevens Point. I'll set the rest of them in a moment. Panthers did jump into the neutral zone. I think Clint Copps is the guy that jumped into the neutral zone. And, you know, in college football, pros, you can get away with that. There was no contact, but once you break that plane, that's a 5-yarder.
I think that comes from the fact that the WIAA and the state federation and the national saw too many kids trying to come in and fake hitting those other linemen, and they thought the moment they break the plane, we're going to stop that and call it a penalty.
So that makes it a 1st and 5. The football out to the 47-yard line. Each team has been penalized 1 time. First down and 5 for West. Rickard in motion to the right side. Erickson turns, takes it into the line. He's back to throw downfield. He's got a man down there, and it is caught all the way down to the 10-yard line. And a late flag going to come in also on Potter, hitting the receiver after he was down.
Yeah, he was down. There's no doubt about it. It was a great catch and a great throw, I might add. And as it turns out, it's going to be a very, very costly penalty because they're going to take that ball and go half the distance to the goal line.
I believe Dave Brinkman with the catch downfield at the 10. And, you know, you go back to the rule in college and high school this time, the man's down on the field. He's down. He can't get back up and run. And Brian Potter was late with the hit there. And so a very accurate call by the official.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to take that ball from the 10. They're going to put it on the 5. So Appleton's going to have the ball, folks. 1st and goal on the 5.
43-yard pass to Brinkman. And with the penalty tacked on, it is down to the Stevens Point 5-yard line with 9:33 to go. Erickson turns. He'll go to Salm off the right side. He gets down to about the 4, maybe the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you, the penetration by the SPASH defense is very, very good today, folks. They're getting in there, and but you can't give a team like Appleton the ball in the 5 yards and give them 4 downs.
Not too often do you get away with that. SPASH football brought to you by American Equity Bank. American Equity Bank can service your every banking need, from loans to savings to checking accounts. American Equity Bank, because you're number 1, conveniently located at 640 Division in Stevens Point. So it becomes a 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. They go to Salm again off the right side, put his head down, and he is down near the goal line, but going to be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, once again, you can't help but give those SPASH kids an awful lot of credit down there. And one of the guys coming in was Scott Hawley, along with some of the other linebackers. 3rd down and goal.
Well, set up the 4th down call and make Coach Engen make a decision here.
Yeah, he'd have to, whether he's going to go for the 6 or go for the field goal. Here we go.
I think by now he realizes SPASH is a pretty good opponent for him this afternoon. 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Erickson goes to Salm, right side. He's in to score. He just rode it behind the right side of that offensive line, and he's in to score.
Well, and that's exactly what he did. He got some great blocking, and just like that, Appleton is back in the end zone.
8:10 to go in the opening half of play, and it is now 13-0. Nick Salm with the touchdown run of 1 yard. That after that huge pass, and it was a great catch, by the way. Give a lot of credit to Dave Brinkman. There was a defender stride for stride. Brinkman just outfought the defensive back, and it was a perfect throw as well by Matt Erickson. The PAT try on the way, and it's good. With 8:10 to go, it is now 14-0. Appleton West will return with a kick in 1 minute.
Our time is
14-0 here. Thank you very much, Tom. As the Panthers are trailing this one, a defensive touchdown, and then you got to give Appleton West credit. A great bomb, and then they subsequently score, and it is now 14-0. SPASH has played very well, and yet down by 2 touchdowns. Roth the field at the 10. Brings it up to the 15, looking for room across the 20, and out to about the 21 or 2.
Well, I tell you, you always say if you could have gotten one little block, but there was one guy here on the outside, if somebody could have gotten him. But all in all, it was a pretty good catch of that ball because it was over his shoulder, and SPASH has got the ball 1st and 10. Let's move now.
Well, you go right back to it. SPASH had the golden opportunity inside the 10-yard line and came up empty, missed the field goal. And this football game could be a little different. Not that it's anywhere as close to being over right now. 1st down and 10, Stevens Point. Panthers have 2 first downs to their credit, trailing by 2 touchdowns, however. Thomas on the counter play goes to Olds. It's open over the middle, and he coughed up the football. Appleton East has it, and still on his feet at the 32-yard line. He refuses to go down. Oh, my, with the return, Justin Heidel. Olds had a great opening, had 5-6 yards, and then just coughed it up.
Yeah,
and Justin now with a chance to really drive it home with the ball at the 29.
Justin Heidel, a big defensive end, 6'4", 235, a senior, got the ball. And I'll tell you, for a while, I thought he was down about 6 times, and all of a sudden he's starting to go around. Big turnover.
I would say big turnover. West gets it right back at the 29-yard line. You can't make the mistakes against good football teams. Of course, they force a lot of the mistakes, too.
That's
Let's
right.
give credit to Appleton West. It's 1st down, and the Panthers again into the neutral zone. That'll cost you 5 yards.
Yeah, you can't do that because little things like that kind of make it easier. Instead of a 1st and 10, you're going to have a 1st and 5 right now.
It'll move it down to the 24-yard line. Last we heard at halftime, the Badgers were up 13-3. They would be getting about started in the second half.
Yep.
7 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the opening half, with Appleton West up 14-0 and the football at Stevens Point's 24. Erickson may have changed the play at the line of scrimmage the way he looked things over. He's back looking to throw, rolls out to the right side. He's got running room, aplenty out in front. Pump fakes at the 20 to the 15 and run out of bounds there.
Well, I tell you, they came after him, and when I say they, it was Mike Gressel and Scott Hawley. They pop him out of bounds, but that's a pretty quick quarterback.
I would say. Erickson, run out of bounds at the 13-yard line for a pickup of 11. And it is first down West at the point 13.
Well,
Stevens Point had great chances.
Well, it would be nice if Stevens Point could force the turnover right around here and kind of get repaid for the one they gave them. Here we go, first down.
14-0 from the 13-yard line. Appleton West, and the right tackle this time is the victim of moving, Joe Lawson, 6'2", 245 senior. You know, we talk about big teams, and Stevens Point is not a little high school football team. But when you can go, and every one of your front five is over 200 pounds in high school, that's a big group of guys.
Well, that's a very, very big group. And I have to laugh when they do go for the extra point, and I'm talking about Appleton. They put a kid in that goes about 360 pounds. He's 6'10".
And that's not a mistake.
No, that's right.
He is about 360.
Yeah,
that is
we
one
checked
large
that.
man there. That's not fair. He's not a boy in high school. He's a man. Erickson goes back to throw on 1st and 15, swings it out in the backfield, caught, and then out of bounds. Good hit by Scott Hawley, the linebacker, coming over to make that play. That
was great coverage that time by Scott, and the guy is hit right on the 15-yard line, I believe, and we'll see where they're going to mark it. Yep, it's right on the 15. It'll be second down.
Salm on the receiving end that time. Second down and about a dozen. Point Transit serving the community throughout the city of Stevens Point, supporting the Point Transit bus system because it supports you. For more information about Point Transit, call 341-2000. Second down and 12 from the Stevens Point 15-yard line. Salm starts in motion to the right side. They pitch it out to Rickard. He's got a blocker in front. Coming over is Hawley with some help. But Rickard has it down inside the 10 to near the 9. Mike Gressel also over there.
Boy, I tell you, you talk about the block you were talking about, and the guy ahead of him, that was Joe Lawson, 6'2", 245, and that's a pretty big kid. Lead that play coming around in.
Give him a gain of 7, and now you're a third down and 5 away from forcing a field goal try here with a 14-0 lead. Stevens Point really needs a defensive stand here, or this one could get out of hand, although we kind of mentioned that last week, and you know what happened. Erickson back to throw with some pressure, throws it, and it's caught by Salm, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. He's got a first down at the 2-yard line.
It's going to be a first down, and I'm looking over to the Appleton side, and I think what they're going to do is go for that touchdown and forget about the field goal because they've got so much faith in that running.
Well, when it's first and goal at the 2, that gives you a golden opportunity.
Oh, I thought it was 4. I thought they started off with a first and goal. That's my fault.
It is going to be first down and goal at the 2-yard line. Hey, this team can't do anything wrong. They can run, they can pass. Maybe that's why they're the defending state champs. Salm off the right side, he's in to score. A 2-yard touchdown run for Nick Salm. And with 5:48 to go here in the opening half, it is now 20-0.
He's a great running back, and he's getting some great blocks. And
mistakes are doing it. I mean, Appleton West has not overpowered Stevens Point, although the score would tell you that that is the case.
No, they really haven't, because the defense really has not played that badly. They've done a pretty good job.
You got to give a lot of credit to West for being able to capitalize on mistakes, but goodness. PAT try on the way, and this kicker, by the way, looks like he's got a tremendous toe, too. And it is good. So with 5:48 to go in the first half, it's now Appleton West 21, Stevens Point nothing. There being a 43-yard pass, and then 29 yards in 5 plays after the Stevens Point fumble. Credit the Terrors for capitalizing, and the Panthers have not really played all that poorly. The kickoff going to be fielded. Well, 2 guys collide back at the 2-yard line. This is Roth. He's up to the 10, looking for room to the 15, and he'll go down at the 17.
He was trying to come around the corner. They quite couldn't set up the picket fence we always talked about, and coming up to make the tackle for Appleton that time was Mark Kloss.
So mark it for Stevens Point at the 18. 16-yard line. And it is going to be first down and 10 from there. Martin Chiropractic is serious about your health care. Located on Park Ridge Drive in Park Ridge, Martin Chiropractic, where touch and technology come together. Stevens Point down 21-0. Thomas hands off to Sass up the middle, and Greg takes it out to the 21-yard line.
He got himself a couple of yards, and he got a pretty good block that time. Our back did from Ludwikowski, the tackle. I was just taking a look at one thing, and Appleton up front with that defense is as big a defense as I've seen all year.
Yeah, there are no small guys.
Wow.
The linebacker, the middle linebacker, goes 6'2", 215. Brock Gaylor. So, I mean, this is a pretty good-sized group of fellas.
Yep, it is.
Second down and 7. Hamas is back to throw. He's got a little time. Swings it off to the far side, and Terry Hintz just does not hang on. Pass a little bit low, in fairness.
It was a little low. It was catchable, I think, and the coverage was kind of waiting for him on that particular play. Chris Hallgren, one of the defensive backs, was there, and result, third down for Stevens Point.
4 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the half, 21-0, Appleton West. Winner plays again next weekend, either Friday or Saturday, at a site to be determined against an opponent to be determined. Thomas and the Panthers facing a 3rd and 7. With some time, Jesse throws, and it is caught by Jury. Jury breaks it around the left side, and Ty has a first down at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you, Ty did a great job that time. He was hit, and he didn't have the first down, but he spun, turned around, and he got the first down, and that's a little thing that SPASH needs right now. They didn't have to go through that 3-and-kick situation again, and they control the ball.
A 10-yard gain for the Panthers, and it is first down at the 31-yard line. Boy, it'd be nice to get on the board here. Hamas back to throw. Now being pressured, rolling out of the pocket. He is hit and fumbles the football, but out of bounds.
He was hit pretty hard, and I'll tell you, it was a good thing he was near that sideline, but he is hurt. I think he is down.
Yep. He was just getting set to throw, and Justin Heidel, 6'4", 235-pound senior, was all over Jesse, forced the fumble, and you're right, he's down on the turf, and let's hope not hurt seriously.
Well, I'll tell you.
It might be one of those where you got the wind knocked out of you. Let's wait and see what is going to be the outcome here. The scoreboard has Appleton West leading by a score of 21-0 over Stevens Point. The store, your gasoline convenience store, willing to go the extra yard for you. They are attending to Jesse Hamas on the sideline. We're going to take a break. While they do that, we will return to the field with a little bit of assistance from Coach Bill Blake.
Well, I'll tell you,
seems to be a little bit groggy right now.
Well, I tell you, he got a hit, and you couldn't find a bigger kid to hit him if you're drawing numbers.
Yeah.
That's the same guy that intercepted that pass, and about 8 guys tried to tear the ball away and couldn't do it.
Well, here you go. Second down, and Jeff Weinkoff, the new quarterback. And Weinkoff, the Panthers, going to take a timeout with a 2nd and 14. Well, you have to take it's one of those unfortunate things. The Panthers will take a timeout here. I won't say it's a wasted timeout, but you had a little bit of time to worry about that with the injured player. Whatever they saw, they didn't like, I guess. 4:29 to go. Stevens Point calls a timeout. Will return in 30 seconds. So it becomes 2nd down and 14 for Stevens Point at the 27-yard line. Weinkoff, of course, was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, and Hamas came in the second half of that Everest game. The left-hander is back to throw. Rolls out to the left side, and he's going to go down in a heap back at the 21. Now, he had time, but there was no one open to throw to. Well, I'm impressed right now, Ken, with the SPASH offensive line. They've really done a good job.
They have done an excellent job. Aaron Klein came in on him, and the big guy we talked about before came in again, Heidel. But, yeah, the line was blocking. You got to give that sack to the defensive secretary.
Yep. Jeff had all sorts of time, but nowhere to throw the football. And so the sack all the way back to the 22-yard line.
a loss of 5, and now it's 3rd and almost 20. About 19 yards to go. They're going to go with a run to Sass up the middle, and he lost another yard.
Yeah, they lose another yard, and 2 of the guys came in, and we keep on repeating the name, but one of the 2 was Justin Heidel again, so it turns into a 4th down and punting situation for SPASH.
So it is going to be Stevens Point to kick it away again. Potter back to do the kicking. The clock rolls down to 3:19 to go in the half. Down 21-0. Good snap. Potter with a decent kick, but it'll be fielded on the run and drop. Loose football. Who's going to get it? It looks like the Panthers have it. Let's wait and see. It's still loose. Boy, it looked like they had it, and then the football popped loose one more time. It is the craziest thing. You could have 3 guys with the same jersey on top of the football, and they're all diving in to get it, and the football pops loose. Who has it remains to be seen.
I think he signaled that the blue shirts have got it, one of the officials. You are absolutely right. That ball was not controlled, but had hands on it by both teams twice.
Big opportunity, and didn't quite come up with it for Stevens Point.
That would have been a
West
great
will
call.
have it right at the 50-yard line. It was kind of crazy because the first, after the initial fumble, looked like West, no problem. Ball squirts loose. 2 Panthers on top of it, and it looked like, oh, no problem, Stevens Point has it. And as the 3rd guy dove in, the ball popped out again. It was never fully controlled. The quarterback from the shotgun is Erickson, throws over the middle, wide open, to the 30, to the 25. Cough up the football, it's loose downfield. Appleton West recovers at the 11. Does anything go wrong for the Terrors?
I'll tell you, I've never seen that much, and I mean it's just a stroke of luck. And they've had it all because twice we've had the opportunity, and that guy just happened to be in the right place at the right time for Appleton. Wow.
Paul Johnson on the receiving end, and then he coughed it up, and it rolls all the way down to the 11, and the Panthers can't get there, and Appleton West recovers again.
Yep.
All the way down to the 11-yard line. Gained about 9 yards on the rolling football. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Appleton West. West knocking on the door again. Down a few seconds ago here, 21-0 Appleton West. Each team now with 1 timeout left. Quick report. The Pointers, 21. Oshkosh, nothing. We'll get Tom Weaver full update at halftime of this one. But the Pointers out in front, 21-0 in Oshkosh.
I'll tell you, they have found that place to be a mecca. Stevens Point Pointers, that is, because every time they go in there, they seem to just be an exceptional football team. Here we go, Scott.
Down to the 11-yard line after the reception and then the fumble that was recovered down there. Erickson rolls right, sets up, looks to throw. He's got a man headed toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. Good effort trying to hit Nick Salm. I am very impressed with Appleton West, and I guess I should be because you don't become defending state champ and go undefeated again without a good program, but this team can do everything.
Well, they just do everything right, and I guess once again they've also been kind of fortunate today with the turnovers, and they happen to have the right people at the right place getting those fumbles back.
You know, it's kind of crazy. You say, well, Appleton West, yeah, but what about the other school? Appleton East is right there with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. West beat East 21-7. Both teams are ranked in the top 10 of the state from the same town. Got a little bit of movement, and I'm not sure if the Panthers jumped into the zone or if there was a little movement in that interior line. It's going to be against point.
We were offside. That time, the right end kind of stuck his foot in there, and the moment that happened, the flag came down. Yeah, this ball club also, you know, the defending champions, they win their conference. And I think we talked about it before. They're coming in here with a 23-game win streak.
Yeah. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So it is with that 5-yard mark off. See, those are the things you just can't do to a good team. Give them a free 5 all the time. That's about the 3rd time the Panthers have done that this afternoon. Rickard from the slot in the left moves to the right. Erickson turn, fakes it into the line. Back to throw. He's got a man open in the end zone. Didn't throw it. Poplinski gives chase. Had him. Lost him. Throws incomplete in the end zone. There's a flag down on the play as well at around the 4-yard line. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on Appleton West. Yeah. Dan Shrine
That's going to be
the guilty part.
That's going to be a personal foul because the blocking had ended and he gave quite a stiff punch or push, and the official happened to be standing right there. It's a personal foul, and the nice thing about it, Scotty, is going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that was after the down, so it is going to be the next down. Let's see what SPASH decides to do as far as what they want to.
Well, this is a day you certainly want to think about supreme comfort, performance, and luxury. That could all be yours in a marquee spa. Retreat from life's aches and pains, stresses, and demands, and all this cold weather. Discover the soothing warmth, the luxurious feel of marquee spas exclusively at Placeway Pools, Spas, and Patio. Next to Tempura House out on Business 51 in Clover. If you haven't had a chance, go out and check out those spas. Those are beautiful.
I'll tell you, this was a great break because, you know, they were second down right around that 11-yard line, and all of a sudden, they're back to the 21, and it's a big third down for our defense.
West goes back to the 21-yard line, and it is third down. They can get a first down, the Terrors can, at the 1-yard line. Keep that in mind. 2:03 to go in the half. 21-0, Appleton West with the lead. Erickson sends Solomon motion to the right side. From the shotgun, Erickson throws. He's got a man at the 12. This is Rickard. Rickard is going to be hit by Potter. He gets down to about the 8-yard line. He'll set up a fourth down. And as well as Appleton West has kicked the football, wouldn't be surprised to see a field goal try coming. But so far, I see no movement by the coaching staff to bring the kicker in.
Well, they're kind of motioning, and the kicker's coming
here
in.
They come.
The reason I can tell is the big guy is escorting the kicker in.
That is such a big person. 6'10", 360 pounds. You're going to get a 25-yard field goal try coming up for Appleton West. And the kicker is Aaron Beardsley. Placement's down. Beardsley's kick is on the way, and it is good. Well, it was a line driver. But it is good and cleared the crossbar with 1:13 to go in the half. It is now Appleton West 24, Stevens Point nothing. We'll be back. Well, the SPASH Panthers trail it now 24-0 before halftime.
Well, we're going to get the ball on this kickoff, and let's see if we can get that ball back in good field possession and maybe go for a couple of good passes and a score.
Kick is going to be fielded at the 6-yard line by Terry Hintz. He's up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, 30. Hintz out to the 35-yard line.
Boy, he did a great job on that. Really came right straight up the field. And Mike Broughton, number 69, gave him a great block on that.
Mark it at the 35-yard line. Hamas is not back in at quarterback. And so it'll stay Jeff Weinkoff, and we'll see. I know Jesse, for a short while, had the pads off on the sideline. I see him now sitting on the bench with the helmet off. So it's Jeff Weinkoff in at quarterback for Stevens Point at the 35-yard line. Trailing 24-0. Weinkoff back to throw. Being pressured, steps up out of the pocket, looking to run. Weinkoff at the 37 and goes down there.
So he didn't find anybody open. He started to go around his left end, and then John Quimby, one of the linebackers, came up, made the tackle. Jeff did pick up a couple of yards.
So Weinkoff gains a few, and it becomes a 2nd and 8 yards to go. From the 37-yard line down to 15 seconds to go in the first half. Second down call, it'll go to Sass off the right side. The Panthers get out to about the 34 with 5 seconds to go. Nobody knows the athlete like the athlete's foot in the center point ball. Football, basketball, running, cross-training, and walking shoes. The athlete's foot has them all. For all your athletic shoes and apparel, see Ted down at the athlete's foot in the center point ball downtown in Stevens Point. And as you can tell, we are at halftime as Stevens Point trails it by a score of 24-0 to the defending state champ Appleton West Terrors. We'll return to Gerke Field in just a little bit.
We always watch this first series in the third quarter. Let's see if SPASH can move this football. I think they can.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Appleton West to kick it off. The Terrors up 24-0 as we get this second half started. A low bouncing kick to be fielded at the 27. This is Holcomb to the 30. Holcomb to the 35, and Johnny got it out to about the 39-yard line.
Tell you, Johnny doesn't get that ball that often, but he did a good job of taking it. Brian Keller brought him down, along with some help from Corey Koopman, but SPASH has real good field position.
Starting at the 39-yard line. Subway's the place where fresh is the taste. Try a delicious sub sandwich made just the way you like them. The freshest meats and cheeses, all the free fixings piled high on Subway's own freshly baked bread. Stop in after the game for a sub made your way. That's Subway in the University Plaza, Stevens Point, and Highway B in Plover. First down call. Hamas, the quarterback, goes to Sass. Sass up to the 42-yard line off the right side.
He got himself about a yard on that, and perhaps maybe even a little more. We'll see what they're going to give him a couple of yards on that, Scott.
Stevens Point last Tuesday trailed 21-0 going into the fourth quarter and came back to win in overtime 27-21. This is an offense that can score in a hurry. Not to say they will, but it is capable of doing that.
They certainly can do that. Here we go.
So it becomes second down. We'll call it 7. Hamas shifts back into the shotgun. Takes the short snap, and Jesse back to throw out of the backfield. He goes to the tight end, Sean Gilbert. Gilbert with his second catch of the day, and he has a first down for point across the 50 into the 49-yard line.
Well, we talked about the first series. So far, I like what I see in this first series in the second half. Stevens Point's got that ball, and you'd like to see SPASH score a couple of times here, but the other thing is you hold on to that ball, and Appleton isn't going to have it.
So it becomes first down, Stevens Point. Fourth first down of the football game only for Stevens Point. Hamas back to throw from the 49-yard line. Jesse goes over the middle. He has Chad Bubla, the other tight end. Bubla puts his head down across the 40 and down near the first down at the 39-yard line.
I'm going to watch where they mark this ball because he did a pretty good job. And he's going to be short after they place this ball down, short about a length of a football.
Yep, not much, huh? Not much at all. So it'll be second down and very short as Gilbert brings the play in from the sideline. Just underway in the second half. Stevens Point trails 24-0. Stevens Point's first possession of the game got them inside the 10, but came up empty with no points. Second down and very short. It'll go to Sass off the left side. Greg Sass with a first down carry inside the 35-yard line.
You know, one of the SPASH young men was going to help his back, and I'm glad the whistle had blown because he reached out and grabbed the kid from Appleton and pulled him back. He just wanted the kid off of them, but I was hoping that official wouldn't throw a flag, which he didn't. First and 10, Scott.
Hey, sometimes those guys aren't all bad.
That's right. They're pretty good people.
First down it is from just inside the 35. Stevens Point on the move, trailing 24-0. Starts a man in motion. That is Sam Krieger to the right side, and Hamas is back to throw. He's got a little time, swings it off left side. There's got to be an interference flag coming up, and I don't see one. I can't believe there's no interference flag on that one. They were draped all over Sam Krieger. That's a mistake by the Zebras there.
I'll have to bite into that one because I thought the arms were wrapped before the ball was, even tried to be catchable. However, he did not throw the flag. It becomes a second down for SPASH. Second down and 10. Yeah, I thought he was kind of draped over him that time.
Yeah, I think a film would show you that one.
Yep.
There's no question there was pass interference there. 9 minutes and 24 seconds to go, third quarter. Now it's second down and 10. Hamas from the shotgun. He's looking out left for Jury. Throws over the middle and incomplete. Intended over the middle, and a great play by the middle linebacker. He really shot up there and made a great play. That's Brock Gaylor.
Well, and Brock Gaylor is the kind of a linebacker you'd love to have in high school. He goes about 215, very active. Third down for SPASH.
You know, the amazing thing, the Panthers have only gotten it to Brian Placeway, their top receiver, one time so far today. It's third down and 10. Third down, 10 yards to go from the 39-yard line. Panthers started to move it. Now it's bogging down. Thomas to throw. He's got Ty Jury. The catch inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. And it's really going to be a matter of spotting it now.
Well, I'm going to guess that he's got the first down just looking where the guy was standing. I don't think they should even measure that.
Well, I guess you're right, Ken. Call it a first down. Ty Jury is the guy who's got.
I tell you, it was just a great pass and a great catch. And once again, the kid that caught the ball gave us a little extra effort, got the first down, and SPASH continues to keep this drive going.
Down at the 24-yard line. 9 minutes to go, third quarter, down 24-0 is Stevens Point. Thomas back to throw. Here comes the rush. Throws over the middle. He's got Chad Bubla. The catch at the 20, and he's knocked down there.
Well, I tell you, Bubla made a great catch, and once again coming up is the kid we've been talking about, Brock Gaylor. He's all over that place, but that was a nice catch and a nice pass by the quarterback.
Little 4-yard gain sets up a second down call for the Panthers right at the 20-yard line. UW Stevens Point was leading 28-0 over Oshkosh. It is second down. Thomas back to throw again. Quick throw to the sideline. He has Placeway. Bryan with a catch, and he's inside the 15 and knocked out of bounds. First down Panthers at about the 12.
I tell you, it's nice to see these kids come back after that halftime and do what they're doing, because that last time when they had the big situation where they needed the 10 yards and got it, keeps this drive going. It's a 1st and 10 now.
First down at the 11-yard line.
Which means they can get another first down if they need it.
Be nice for the Panthers to get on the board here.
Oh, yes.
24-0 Appleton West. Placeway, by the way, also got out of bounds. That stopped the clock. Thomas steps back to throw on a first down from the 11. Swings it over the middle. He has Terry Hitt. He'll go in to score. Terry Hitt with the touchdown. That's how the Panthers got it started the last time when they went to Terry Hitt.
I tell you, this has been a drive you could draw up and not believe it could take place. These kids have really come back.
8:09 to go in the third quarter. An 11-yard pass to Terry Hitt. And the Panthers are on the scoreboard. Again, credit to Hawley, Melby, Tuskowski, Frederick, and Zifasek. PAT try on the way, and it's good. It is now Appleton West 24, Stevens Point 7. Will return with a kick in 30 seconds.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home.
Well, the Panthers get on the board and now trail it 24-7.
Boy, they come back real nice. You know, there's an old saying that the offense can feed the defense, and I think the defense is going to be ready to get back on that field also after this nice touchdown drive by SPASH.
11-yard touchdown pass. Terry Hintz on the reception. Bouncing kickoff that got by the Terrors again. Back inside the 5. It was fielded at the 1. They'll have to bring it back out of the end zone, up to only about the 8-yard line. Stevens Point has Appleton West pinned down deep.
Well, I tell you, that's the second time Appleton West has had trouble. They had trouble with the kickoff to start this ball game, and this punt this time they had so much trouble with.
West will start at the 9-yard line. First down and 10. In an area where you, generally speaking, don't see him get too fancy, but that remains to be seen. 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go, third quarter, 24-7. Man goes in motion. That is Rickert to the right side. Erickson dropped the football. Did he get back on top of it? He dropped it coming out from under center and apparently fell on top of it. There goes West with a little break again.
Well, I'll tell you, that time I think he was pulling away before he had the ball, and the ball just simply fell out of his hands. They're going to lose about a yard on that particular play, and I'll tell you, this crowd is back into the ball game also. 2nd and 11 for Appleton.
The Terrors lead at 24-7, but Stevens Point with the first touchdown of the second half. Now defense needs to step up. Second down and 11. Again, Rickert in motion. Erickson turns. He'll go to Salm. He is hit in the backfield and dropped at around the 6-yard line.
Well, I tell you, the offense did their job, and now the defense is really coming back. One of the guys on the bottom of that pile for Stevens Point was Ryan Friedrich. Great penetration by the defense of Stevens Point.
Salm lost a yard. By the way, Salm had 23 yards at the half. He is their #1 ball carrier.
That in itself is something to give the defense a pat on the back on from SPASH.
3rd down and a dozen now for the Terrors. Clock rolls down to 6:23 to go. 24-7. We're in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and a dozen. Rickert in motion. The turn, the give up the middle, that is Beardsley, and he got very little of anything. And a 4th down punt coming up for Appleton West.
Well, I tell you, the kids are really revved up. That time, John Poplinski, Clint Copps, and another kid were in there to make the tackle, and now Appleton will be punting, and once again, they're going to be punting into the wind. We should get excellent field position.
4th down and a dozen. Terrors to punt it away. Stevens Point trying to make a big comeback again. Good snap. No rush being put on, and a nice kick. Olds is set to field, and he does so at the 37, and he's hit immediately. But Point will get great field position at the Appleton West 38-yard line.
Pat Blessing came down. They had great coverage that time, but Stevens Point has the field position we talked about. They made the last drive look pretty nice. Let's see if they can continue on this drive.
By the way, we did get a winner in our Little Caesars Pizza halftime trivia. It's Virginia Falkowski. She knew that the last time the Panthers played a team from the Fox Valley Association prior to this year, back in Steve Martin's graduating year of 1981. Thomas back to throw on 1st down, swings it off the placeway, misfires just a little bit too far out of reach for Bryan. Incomplete 2nd down.
Yeah, just a little bit out of the way, and our quarterback got a shot again, but this time he gets up on his own. He's going to be okay, and it's going to be a 2nd down.
By the way, back in 81, the Panthers played Oshkosh West and defeated West 37-7 in Oshkosh. 5:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 24-7. Appleton West with the lead.
Good protection that time for the quarterback. The pass was just a little beyond the receiver. Here we go.
Thomas gives to Greg Sass up the middle, and there is no room. Might have lost a half a yard on that play.
They may give him back to the line of scrimmage, but then again, I think you may be right. They may say he lost a little bit. Here we go again, Scott. A big 3rd down for SPASH.
3rd down for the SPASH Panthers. Big down, I guess, to say the least, huh?
Oh, it's a big one for SPASH. Right now, you'd like to see them keep that ball in their possession, but let's see what they decide to do.
Need about 11 for the 1st down. Point at the Appleton West 39-yard line. Hamas back to throw. 4-man rush. Hamas with time. Throws, he's got hit. He's got the catch and a 1st down inside the 25.
Oh, that was a great pattern, a great route that time. And that pass was just where it had to be. He actually led him a little bit. But here we go again, Scott, a 1st down.
You know what surprises me a little bit is that West really is not blitzing at all.
Well, you know, the night SPASH played, I was thinking that if West came in here, they would try the blitzing. But they haven't done so. You're right there. Here we go, 1st down.
Hits with his 3rd catch of the afternoon. It's good for a 1st down at the 24. Hamas back to throw. 4-man rush again. Steps up in the pocket and now goes down. Wasn't able to get rid of that one. A good rush put on that time by West.
Yeah, Kevin Green came up. A defensive end made the tackle. But in for all fairness, I think our quarterback did the right thing. There was nobody downfield. He wasn't going to throw the ball away. Eat the ball once, and maybe you can pick it back on this down. And I think our quarterback is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit hobbled. Timeout, Stevens Point, 3:59 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's West 24 and Stevens Point 7. We're back. Well, we have some snow showers back here. 24-7 is the score, 3:59 to go.
Here we go.
Hamas from the shotgun facing a 2nd and 19 after that sack. Jesse looking to throw. He's got Bubla going deep. He'll throw over the middle. Place play. Bryan is hit and dropped at the 18. Oh, what a hit put on that time by Appleton West. Good game, but what a hit put on that time by Craig Swalby, a junior defensive back.
Oh, he came up and just buried his helmet in there. But it was a great pass, and they picked up that yardage they had lost, but now you have a third down and approximately 5.
13-yard pickup to Brian Placeway. And it is between the 18 and 19. 3 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Thomas from the shotgun, need about 5-6 yards. Jesse with a little time, 4-man rush again, rolls out to the right side, trying to buy time. Throws, he's got a man open, and it's caught by Jury. Jury with a catch, he's down at the 9-yard line.
I'll tell you, Ty was down there, and he was just waving his hands. And, of course, our quarterback was getting a little pressure. I didn't think he'd see him. He did see him. It was a great catch. Goes out of bounds, but SPASH continues, 1st and 10.
They mark him at the 11, not the 9-yard line, Scott. So it's first down, Stevens Point.
Well, here again, you can get a first down if you need it.
Stevens Point on the move here. Down 24-7. Thomas changing the play at the line of scrimmage by the looks of it. Back to throw. Looking for the corner. He's going for Placeway, and it is caught, but out of the end zone. And a good call by the official. It was a good step, almost 2 steps beyond the end line.
Oh, yeah, it was a great extension by that end to even get the ball, but he was certainly out of bounds when he caught it. But here we go, 2nd and 10.
Dave Cook Sports in the Center Point Mall, the place to shop. New for the fall is sportswear for your favorite high school teams. Dave Cook also has that great wall of hats with over 500 to choose from, and Packers merchandise is in stock. Check out Dave Cook Sports in the Center Point Mall, Stevens Point. Thomas with a 2nd and 10 from the 11. Jesse looks to throw, wings it out to the sideline, and incomplete. Boy, that's a dangerous out pattern with an awful lot of area to get that ball out to.
That's a long way to throw the ball. I was looking over on the left side. Jury was trying to get downfield, and there was a little bumping going on, and Ty just couldn't get around that defensive back. So here we come, right back again to a third down situation, and we've had a couple exciting third downs on this drive.
Final from Camp Randall this afternoon. The Wisconsin Badgers 13, Michigan 10. Big win for the Badgers. The Panthers trying to rally, 3rd down and 10 from the 11. Thomas with time now has to roll out to the right side. Thomas looks toward the end zone and incomplete.
Yeah, little...
Well, there was a hold that the Panthers got away with in that interior part of the line. Somebody was about to lose his shirt on that play.
The reason that happened was there was also a receiver somewhere past that umpire. He spun around to watch him. But here we go, folks. This is perhaps one of the biggest 4th down situations this ball club has had in a long, long time.
Well, you get down there, and it really, as they say, it narrows the coverage area. You don't have quite so much turf to be concerned
That's right. We've talked about that before. Here we go, 4th down.
Point needs 10 for a first down at the 1-yard line. Thomas back to throw. He's going for Placeway in the corner of the end zone, and incomplete. He had Brian open, just threw it a hair too far that time.
Well, let's have the defense come back in and see if we can do a job and maybe get a turnover here.
That would have been a huge touchdown with 2:44 remaining.
You bet.
The never say die attitude coming right back again. High school sports coming your way courtesy of Parker Realtors. Everything Parker Realtors touches turns to sold. Call Parker Realtors at 341-6688.
You know, coming back to that score we got about the Badgers beating Michigan, I know you two guys would love to be in Madison right about now. They must be going crazy.
Well, in my old days, I would have, Ken. Of course, now, I'll just be real happy, put a smile on my face and say, way to go, Badgers, and worry about those Packers tomorrow. Sure. 2:44 to go, third quarter. Erickson turns. He'll go to Salm off the right side with room out to about the 16-yard line, and a good job of gang tackling. You can pick out about 4 or 5 with Hawley and Gressel and Kops and Krieger. And
you got them all.
I did. Well, once in a while, a guy gets lucky.
No, I'll tell you, these kids, and I'm talking about SPASH, we've had a lot of thrills this year. I was looking at the scores as they went through the season. They never had it that easy, but they always seem to have a great job, do a great job of winning, and now the defense going to have to give us another couple of big downs here.
It is 2nd down and 5 for West at the 16-yard line. The turn, the give. They'll go to their number 1 man, Nick Salm, and he's out near the 18 or 19-yard line to set up a third down.
I'll tell you, the kids have done a great job against perhaps one of the premier backs in the state today, and big third down for the defense right now.
Mark it at the 19-yard line, a pickup of 3 on the play, in a big 3rd and 2. Appleton West leads 24-7. Clock rolling down to a minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
You don't want to jump offside here, Scott.
No, you don't. Third down and a pair. They'll turn. It goes to Salm off the right side. Appears to have gotten the first down, depending upon the spotting. He didn't get it by much, but there was an opening off that right side, and it appears that the Terrors are going to get the first down.
Now they're going to spot the ball, look across, and they've got it.
It is going to be at the 22-yard line, first down for Appleton West, a pickup of 3. A minute and 14 seconds to go, 24-7. Appleton West with the lead. We're in the third quarter. At the conclusion of this one, if there is time left, we'll go to Oshkosh and finish out that Pointers football game against the Oshkosh Titans. Snow falling pretty good here actually now. Handoff up the middle. This is Salm again. He crosses the 25 out near the 28-yard line. Pardon me, that was Beardsley on the carry. I said Beasley.
No, it's Beardsley. That's the same kid that's doing a lot of the kicking today, and it's a good gain for him. It's a 5-yard game, approximately, 2nd and 5.
Yep, Beardsley with the 5 gives him 15 yards now on 4 tries this afternoon.
The official took a little time out, something with equipment, and he's going to wrap it in, and when they come to the line of scrimmage, there'll be about 22 seconds left in this third quarter.
Stevens Point, with the only score so far in this second half, needs a defensive stand here in a hurry. 2nd down and 5. Fake it into the line. Erickson back to throw over the middle. Tipped and intercepted. Sam Krieger with the interception at the 47-yard line.
While we talk about breaks, there's where SPASH did make their own break. A great job of defense, and one of those tipped balls again, intercepted, and SPASH is going to have the ball in great field position. Now we got to score with this.
Got it down to the 11 last time and not able to punch it in. Anything is possible for this Panthers group. First down and 10. Stevens Point from the 47-yard line, and we're at the end of 3 quarters. We're at the end of 3 quarters. It is Appleton West 24, Stevens Point 7. We're back in a moment.
At halftime, the Pointers lead the Titans of UW Oshkosh 35-0. Tite Stadium in Oshkosh. I'm Tom Weaver for News Radio 1010 WSBO.
Now Panthers, they swing it up to Chad Bubla to the 40, 35-30. Bubla to the 25-yard line. Just as we come back, Chad Bubla, the tight end from Jesse Hobbs.
And I'll tell you something, Scott. He showed me quite a few steps on that particular play. He juked one guy out of there, and all I expected to see was a pair of shoes down there because the Appleton back had a good shot at him, and he just juked him out of position. A great catch that time, and a good run after the catch.
Chad Bubla with a 23-yard reception has Stevens Point getting closer down to the 24-yard line. First down and 10 Panthers. Back to throw is Hamas. He's looking, he's going for Ty Jury down near the end zone. Touchdown! Ty Jury with the reception for a touchdown, and the Panthers have drawn within 11.
I'll tell you, it looks like another game you guys did all over again because these kids aren't saying quit, and they come back. A great catch that time, and really a great pass. We got 6 more points, Scott.
Touchdown, Stevens Point, and a very important point after coming up here. 24-yard touchdown pass. Ty Jury on the receiving end. Placement's down, kick on the way, low line driver, and way off to the right side, not good. Not good, and with 11:28 to go here in the football game. It is now Appleton West 24, Stevens Point 13. We'll be back. 47-yard, 2-play drive. That's how you score in a hurry, huh?
Boy, I tell you, it was just great. And that all came over a turnover, and they took advantage of the turnover. And now Stevens Point is going to kick off.
Stevens Point trying to rally. Kick that bounces around, fielded at the 25, up to the 30, to the 35, and down at the 37-yard line. Appleton West will this time have very good field position.
Yeah, they really will. Making the coverage for Stevens Point that time was Sam Kruger. Got a little help. And now the defense is going to be asked to do a job again.
35-0, the Pointers leading at halftime over Oshkosh.
That's unreal, but every time they go there, Scott, they have a ball.
First down it is, Appleton West at the 37-yard line. Panther D has to come to play. It goes to Salm off the right side, spins away from one guy, still on his feet, across the 40 to the 41 or 2.
I tell you, that kid, though, when you see him run, he kind of scares you because he's got that potential just to kind of go all the way. They stop him, but he does pick up about 4 yards.
So it becomes a second down call for Appleton West. Salm, I have unofficially 37 yards on the afternoon. Second down, 6 from the 41-yard line. Erickson fakes it into the line. Back to throw. He's got a man open downfield. That is Rickert, and overthrown. He was behind the defensive coverage, but it was overthrown, and it will become a third down and 6.
I tell you, if he connects on that thing, no way. But here again, he didn't connect. Pretty good pass rush that time by Stevens Point. Third down, defensive job again.
Steel King Industries helps to bring you SPASH football. Steel King offering industrial storage racks manufactured with pride in Stevens Point. Proud to be backing high school athletics. So Stevens Point. Defense facing a big third down call, 3rd and 6 for Appleton West. The turn, the give, Salm off the right side, needing 6 yards, and he's going to get it. On second effort, he spun free from a would-be tackle, and he's got the first down in Stevens Point territory at what appears to be the 49.
Mike Gressel hit him, didn't have, his arms wrapped around. The kid just spun around and got himself the first down, and they put the ball, a ball length, right over the 50-yard line.
Well, that's one of the reasons he's one of the better backs.
Oh, he is. Just watching that kid, he really impresses me.
Down to the point 49-yard line. Clock rolls to 10:27 to go here in the football game, 24-13. The give up the middle and struggling for yardage. The man who had the grasp was Ted Melby and refused to let go.
Yeah, I tell you, we've talked about all these kids all year, and every time you see these kids, they give 150%, and I guess why Fitz really believed it when he said, I wouldn't trade this team for any group in the state.
A gain of just 1. A lot of people fooled on that play, except Ted Melby. He had a grasp, and he refused to let go until his teammates got there to help out. Second down and 9 from the 48. Erickson slipped in the backfield, loose football. Who's got it? The Panthers signaling that they have recovered, but no indication from the official.
Well, I just saw one of the officials point the other way, which means that Appleton's going to have it. And they're going to kill the clock because it's taking a little time to unpile.
Erickson either slipped or somebody reached through and tripped him up as he went back, Ken, to hand the football off. And that forced the fumble, the missed handoff, if you will.
Well, the thing I was looking at is if he slipped and still had that ball when he went down on one knee, that should have been a dead ball, and the ball should be back a little further.
It is going to be a third down and 10 now, back at the 49-yard line. 9.5 minutes, and the clock rolls, 24-13. The Panthers can hold. Wouldn't it be interesting to get another touchdown? Third down and 10. Huge down for the Panthers defense. Erickson back to throw. Buying some time. Here comes the pressure. Throws upfield. Incomplete. Overthrown for the tight end downfield, and it is 4th down.
That scared me just a little bit. The defensive back looked up. He saw the ball coming. He was going to come back and try to pick it off. It went over his hands. But here we go, Scott. It's a 4th down for Appleton.
Perfect Wisconsin day. Snow showers to clear skies, and then we'll get the clouds back in here in a little bit.
That's a pleasure about living in this state, isn't it?
What a pleasure it is.
You get all the seasons in one day.
4th down and 10. A good snap and a nice spiraling kick. Olds drops at his own 12, back to the 5 to pick it up, and he's dumped at the 4.
Wow. Coming downfield to make that tackle for Appleton was Kyle Rickard. And great coverage, and here we go. SPASH is going to have the ball again.
Yep, you start from your own 4-yard line. But if you're going to win the game, you can't worry about those kind of things. You have to go with what you've got. And Olds had to feel that you don't want to let it roll. I mean, it would have had to roll 15, 20 yards to get into the end zone. It's just unfortunate that Brian didn't hang on to it on the initial kick because he had some running room.
Here we go, folks.
It is 1st down from the 4-yard line. I guess they mark it at the 5. Hamas back to throw. In the end zone, rolls to the left, swings it off, intended for Hinson, incomplete, kind of turned him around.
They kind of turned him around, and he was thrown off the wrong foot, and he was thrown across his body, everything you don't want to do. That was just because he had some pressure on him, folks. 2nd down and 10.
Campus Cycle and Sports Shop, the area's most complete supplier of hockey equipment. Campus Cycle with the largest selection of hockey skates and protective gear in Stevens Point. Stevens Point hockey team, that's Campus Cycle and Sports Shop, 4th Avenue in Stevens Point. Jesse Hamas on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw from the end zone. Throws it off on the right side to Sass. Sass has it out to the 10-yard line or thereabouts.
Here again, I like that pattern because it's a short pass, not too much can go wrong, and it's a pretty high percentage pass.
Where are they going to mark it down? At the 11-yard line, a gain of about 6 on the play. So Sass with the catch, his 2nd of the afternoon. This is a big 3rd down call, about 4 yards to go.
Let's get this one, and let's throw a little scare into that team across the field.
8 minutes, 37 seconds to go in this ball game. 24-13 it is. Hamas is back to throw. Swings it off for Brian Placeway. He's got the catch at about the 17-yard line. And it's going to, well, it is a 1st down.
Yeah, I think
you had to get to the 15.
Right.
So it's a 1st down, Stevens Point, to keep this drive alive. Another 6-yard catch. Placeway now with 4 catches on the afternoon for 37 yards.
This team makes it a pretty exciting time for everybody.
I would say. That's the way it should be, right?
You bet.
Jesse Hamas from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, swings it off for Sean Gilbert with the catch to the 20, to the 25, to the 30-yard line, Sean Gilbert.
Well, I got to tell you something. I was watching that Appleton crowd. They're way across the field from us, but they were up and down and everything else. In this second half, this SPASH ball club has kind of toned them down. They're going to have a timeout, and
I think we might have an injured SPASH Panther on the far sideline. That would be Gilbert, if indeed that be the case here. 8:09 to go. We do have an injured player, so we'll take a brief time. We'll return here in 30 seconds.
it'll be a 1st down for SPASH.
Sean Gilbert being helped off the field. Football at the 32-yard line. 1st down, Stevens Point. Unofficially, the Panthers with 13 1st downs this afternoon. 24-13, Appleton West. Hamas steps back, pump fakes. He's going to try to go deep down the sideline, intended for Placeway, and it's intercepted. Back upfield to the 40 and knocked out of bounds. That pass just never got out there.
Now, it kind of wobbled. He's thrown into a pretty stiff wind. Knocking the ball player out of bounds is the other end from Stevens Point. That was downfield. That'd be Ty Jury. But the thing is, it's a turnover. Appleton's got the ball.
You're right. He was thrown right into the wind and may have squeezed that one a little bit. You know what they say? If a quarterback squeezes too hard and tries to throw too hard, he ends up with a kind of a wobbly and short pass. And that's kind of what happened to Jesse right there.
Yeah, it might have been a combination of the two things, because just as he threw the ball, I looked at that flag, and it was just kind of standing straight out.
So West gets it back at the Stevens Point 38-yard line now. 7:47 to go. Erickson turns, gives off to Salm off the right side, and he goes for about 8 all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he takes off, and he got a couple of good blocks, and finally got into the Pointer secretary. Chris Roth brought him down. It'll be 2nd down at about 2 yards.
Hey, after today's game, head over to McDonald's for a bite to eat. Try one of their value meals, a specialty sandwich, large fries, and a medium drink for a special low price. What you want is what you get at McDonald's in Stevens Point, Plover, and Wisconsin Rapids.
Saw the big man this morning again.
You and Ed, I don't know.
He never buys a cup of coffee, Scott.
Oh, now I know that's probably not true. Second down and 2. Turn Psalm off the right side. He's into the secondary, breaking tackles. Lost the football. Who got back on top of it? There's a flag on the play as well, and I really thought the right tackle moved too quick.
Yeah, the penalty is going to be against Appleton. There's no doubt about it. There was illegal motion, and
Too bad the Panthers didn't come up with the football.
they're going to go back, and they're going to penalize him 5 yards. The coaching staff doesn't seem to be agreeing with it from Appleton, but there was no doubt there was movement on that thing.
Yeah, it sure looked like it.
Oh, yeah.
Football will go back to the 36-yard line on that penalty. The store scoreboard has Appleton West leading Stevens Point 24-13. The store, your gasoline convenience store, willing to go the extra yard for you. Nice to have all the folks from Appleton over here. And we say hi, and what a nice looking football team this is. But Point giving them a pretty good run here in the second half.
You bet.
Second down call, Psalm off the right side with plenty of room. Still on his feet inside the 30 and near the first down sticks again. West starting to open some holes off that right side.
Well, I tell you, I was just going to bring that point up, but you can't kind of fault the kids here from the defense because they have done a yeoman's job this afternoon against this running game that Appleton has got.
Call it first down at the 27, the pickup of 9 on the play. Unofficially now 65 yards for Nick Psalm. First down it is for the Terrors.
And I think you're going to find them on the ground most of the rest of this ball game, I'll tell you that.
Not? I think right now Appleton would be happy to get out of here. 24-13. 13 unanswered points in the second half for Stevens Point. Nick Psalm up the right side. Stumbles his way down near the 25-yard line. Tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Managed to get a yard or two.
Yeah, he got a yard or two. And once again, I just want to take my hats off to that SPASH defense today. They've done a great job. Coming out of the ball game right now is John Poplinski for SPASH, and going in was Tim McCarville.
Yeah, Johnny's had a real fine year. Second down and 9 yards to go. Clock rolls down to 5:35 to go in the football game. Erickson, the quarterback, has been very, very good. Off the left side this time. They'll go to Beardsley, and Beardsley wrapped up as he got to the 24.
Yeah, I tell you, wrapping him up that time was Tim Landwehr from Stevens Point. It's going to be a third down. But I tell you, this Appleton ball club, they are playing that clock perfectly. They get back in that huddle. They're taking about a minute to run a down, counting the 25 seconds they get, Scott.
Yep. Well, Steel King Industries helps to bring you both high school and university football. Steel King Industries offering industrial storage racks manufactured with pride in Stevens Point. Proud to be backing the SPASH Panthers and UW Stevens Point here this afternoon. We'll get to the Pointers game immediately following this one. Third down at about 7. Erickson to throw. He's got a man at the 20-yard line. Jukes the defender. He's going to get a first down on his feet inside the 15 and down to about the 12.
Yeah,
on the receiving end was Nick Psalm.
Just about the time we say they're going to be satisfied to grind it out, they go upstairs.
Well, they needed the first down.
Yep. But here we go. It's when they come out of there, they set the chains and so forth, and they ought to wind that time in right now.
A 12-yard gain when you needed about 7.
Yep.
And another first down. 105 yards passing now for Matt Erickson this afternoon. Clock rolls to 4:24 to go. 24-13 is the score. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line of Stevens Point. Erickson goes to Psalm off the right side, tripped as he got to about the 11 and dives forward to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a second down call.
Brian Friedrich really broke through that line, but by that time the back had gone off to the left of Ryan and got himself about 4 more yards, so it becomes a 2nd and 6.
Stevens Point scored twice in the second half on an 11-yard pass from Jesse Hamas to Terry Hintz and a 24-yard pass from Hamas to Ty Jury. Now the defense has to come up again. 2nd down and 6 yards to go from the 8-yard line. 3:40 to go in this one. The turn again, saw him off the right side again, and he's got some short yardage to set up a 3rd down call.
Well, I tell you, just a great bit of defense going on right now by Stevens Point. The entire left side of that defensive line came in. They're led by Ryan Friedrich that time. It's a 3rd down for Appleton.
Well, UW Stevens Point and SPASH football brought to you by American Equity Bank. American Equity Bank can service your every banking need, conveniently located at 640 Division in Stevens Point. It becomes 3rd down and about 4 from the 6-yard line. This off the right side again to Salm. He dives forward to about the 1st down and then some, perhaps.
Well, the officials are killing the clock, and usually that's a sign of a 1st down, and that's what it is.
Boy, are they tough. And let it be known, they are going behind the right side of that offensive line and making it look pretty simple right now.
Tell you, they're, like I said before, I think the SPASH defense, in all fairness to them, played a lot of great football today. They might be getting just a little tired, and there's a timeout.
Timeout, Stevens Point, 2:43 to go in this one. 24-13, Appleton West leads. We're back in 1 minute. 24-13. Stevens Point trails. Football down to the 1-yard line. Appleton West trying to put this one away with a touchdown. Erickson, the quarterback sneak. No indication from the officials so far. It would be a 2nd down.
That wasn't a great handoff he had with the center that time, and he caught the ball. I don't know if he was dropping it or what, but he just went right down to his knees. There was no way he was going to get in. It's going to be a 2nd down for Appleton.
Yeah, I thought it was a straight sneak, but you might be right there.
Yeah, it was not a great handoff.
Up Pointers football sponsored by RE/MAX Realty Associates. Take a step above the crowd. Trust your home buying or selling to RE/MAX Realty Associates on Church Street in Stevens Point. Good people to do business with RE/MAX Realty Associates. Pointers football coming up immediately following this broadcast. We have a flag down. Somebody's lined up in the neutral zone. I don't know who it is, but somebody's in the neutral zone here. And that appears to be, well, I didn't know how you got a procedure. I didn't think anybody had ever come set. Unless the center did something illegal.
I think that's exactly what they had, because the first thing the official did was put his hand up for a dead ball foul, and I think the head linesman came in and pointed to the center. I think you're right. That's a big break because you're going to put him back 5 yards now.
Clock, however, rolls down. You're 2 scores behind and 1 minute and 50 to go in this football game. What a great second half by the SPASH Panthers. You were right, Ken. 2nd down it is. Handoff saw him off the right side, and he got down to about the 3.
You know, I know you guys saw it over at Rapids, and I saw it today. Here's a bunch of kids that just refused to quit, and the defense, I thought, did a great job. The offense really came back in this second half, and I think they threw a little scare to that ball club from Appleton.
No question about it. And you think back, and not to be critical, but SPASH got down to the 11 and 4 incompletions later. I mean, you could have another touchdown on the board there.
Yep.
The Panthers had knocked on the door on their opening possession and missed a field goal. You could be looking at a tie game right now. It's 3rd down and goal. It'll go to Salm off the right side, and he's going to get in to score. With 1 minute and 2 to go, nobody got to him, and a touchdown run of 3 yards, and without a doubt, that puts the icing on the cake, if you want to use that phrase.
Yep, I think they've just about sealed it right now. There's only 1:02 left in the 4th quarter. And here again, we're talking about witnessing a great back this afternoon, and the back that we're talking about just scored the touchdown.
38-yard drive for Appleton West on that possession. 11 plays it took, and the PAT try is good. With 1:02 to go, it is now Appleton West 31 and Stevens Point 13. We'll kick it in 30 seconds. A touchdown, I know the defense wishes it had not given up, because now, you know, for those that only read the scores, it looks a little bit more lopsided. Appleton West will know it was in a football game this afternoon.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We talked about that before. Even the 24-0 deficit at halftime was something these kids, I think they thought it was a mountain they could climb, and they certainly showed that to us. Appleton will be kicking off now, leading 31-13.
Beardsley to kick off here for the Terrors. A bounding kickoff that will be fielded at the 11-yard line by Terry Hintz. Comes to the 15, to the 20. Hintz on his feet across the 25 and out to about the 27-yard line. So Stevens Point will get one last crack with it. You're going to see Jeff Weinkoff come in at quarterback. Season, one would say, is going to come to an end here for Stevens Point, but you can't take anything away from the young guys from Point.
No, there's no doubt in my mind that this is a great group of kids, and this was a group of, I think, really overachievers this year. But everybody at this ball game, and anybody who's watched them during the year, we saw some great games, Scotty. Anigo, D.C. Everest on the road, a great group of kids and a lot of heart.
No question about it. Point's going to take its final time out here. We're going to get a whole host of different people on the field for UW Stevens Point. Pointers football for UW, for SPASH. Yeah, well, that would be nice. Some of these guys might play for the Pointers. I'm thinking Pointers because it's coming up right after this. As of a few moments ago, there was still about 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter of that game, so plenty of time to catch the rest of the Pointers game as they were up 35-0 at the half. And we look forward to getting that on.
Well, I tell you, there's a young lady sitting beneath our booth here. When you mentioned the Pointers, she looked up immediately. She's very aware of this ball game going on, and she thought she had been transpired by time somewhere else.
Well, you know, I like Star Trek, so maybe I'll get a transporter here and we'll do something. The handoff by Weinkoff, and it's going to go for very short, if any, yardage off the left side by John Holcomb. So Stevens Point, with 40 seconds to go, is going to try to run another play. Got no gain on the play, basically. Weinkoff trying to switch the play at the line of scrimmage. And now they shift a man from left to right, and he'll reset. That's Steve Zabel. Weinkoff fakes it into the line. He's going to use a little rollout himself, and Weinkoff goes down at around the 28-yard line. Picked up about a yard on the play.
Well, he picks up about a yard, and when they go back in there, I don't think Stevens Point is going to even try to run a play. I think these kids have given, and by the way, the fans know how much these kids have given, standing up, giving them a nice ovation, rightly so.
And that is going to do it. We're at the end of this football game, and the score, Appleton West 31, Stevens Point Area Senior High 13. We will return with a quick note before we head to Oshkosh and Tom Weaver. We'll return here in one. Easy.
I'm just going to let this run and pick up the whole post game. Oh.
Huh?
Well, I guess there's going to be much of a post game.
Relatively close anyway. Appleton West 125 yards on the ground, 105 through the air, a total of 230 yards this afternoon. And for Stevens Point, 10 yards on the ground, 204 through the air, total of 214 yards. The two Stevens Point touchdowns both in the second half, an 11-yard pass from Jesse Hamas to Terry Hintz, and a 24-yard pass from Jesse Hamas to Ty Jury. So, Kenny, SPASH season is now over, but a great season it was. 8-3 final record into the quarterfinals of the playoffs, and Stevens Point, UW, the only team left to go, and they're in action right now, and of course you'll be with them next week right here against River Falls.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I enjoyed the SPASH season immensely. We had a lot of thrills. We had some great ball games here at home and on the road. And, yep, I'll tell you, these kids give it all they could. And I'll tell you, Appleton knew they were in a ball game today. And by the way, Scott, you always talk about the stats being unofficial. You don't give yourself enough credit. You do a pretty good job of that. And I hated to say that because I know the big heads you get, but you do a great job in the stats, Scott.
Well, thanks. The Sherrill Tire Center scoreboard shows Appleton West with the win here this afternoon by a score of 31-13 over Stevens Point. The Sherrill Tire Center, for more than just tires, your full-service auto center. Again, our final score this afternoon, 31-13, and so Stevens Point ends its season with an 8-3 record. Appleton West will remain unbeaten and head into the semifinals next Friday or Saturday against an as-yet-to-be-determined opponent and place to play. That'll be either next Friday or Saturday. Tom Weaver, Terry Owen standing by, and we'll join them in a moment and bring you the conclusion of that Pointers football game as they are running it up on Oshkosh this afternoon. Once again, the store scoreboard shows UW, I got them on my mind. The SPASH Panthers falling to Appleton West this afternoon, 31-13. The store, your gasoline convenience store, willing to go the extra yard for you. For Ken Kulik, our engineer Josh Westcott, and all of our sponsors who brought you this postseason football game featuring the SPASH Panthers, thanks for being with us, and rally around the Pointers and listen in as Tom Weaver and Terry Owens take over. I'm Scott Krieger. Have a nice weekend.
You've been listening to Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association Tournament Football.
The starting defensive lineup for your SPASH Panthers. At nose guard, number 53, Ted Melby. Defensive tackle, number 80, Ryan Frederick. Defensive tackle, number 52, Tim Landwehr. Defensive end, number 84, Dan Fortson. Defensive end, number 37, John Pablinski. Linebacker, number 55, Scott Hawley. Linebacker, number 40, Clint Copps. Quarterback, number 25, Sam Krieger. Quarterback, number 29, Chris Roth. Rover, number 32, Brian Potter. Free safety, number 26, Mike Kressel. And the rest of the SPASH Panthers is coached by Jerry Fitzgerald. Just a reminder that at halftime of tonight's homecoming.
A foreign exchange student from Sweden. Terry Hintz back deep. Here's a kick. Low squibber, not going anywhere. Picked up at about the 25-yard line and returned by Placeway up to the 35, down to the 37-yard line as Brian Placeway feels a very poor kickoff, and the Panthers will open up Ken in excellent field position.
Yeah, Shannon McDonald from Rylander, defensive back, came up to make the tackle. You're right, it was a very, very, very poor kick. And SPASH is going to have excellent field position to start with.
Quarterback for the Panthers is Jesse Hammocks, running backs Greg Sass and Terry Hintz. The wide receivers out wide, Brian Placeway, and closest to us is Ty Jury. Sass, the only running back in the backfield. Hammocks under center. The inside handoff to Sass. Sass looking for running room. Got about 4 yards on the carry, just on an inside dive play. Sass gets 4 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
Scott Eads, a defensive end, 6'2", 202, a senior from Rylander, made the tackle.
And Ken, I would expect, too, last week we saw Jesse Hamas, really an excellent arm we saw last week. He had a couple bombs that went about 60, 65 yards, so we might see it open up tonight if the situation calls for it.
Well, there's no doubt he's got the arm for it.
4 wide receivers out for the Panthers as Hamas on the option pitches out to Sass. Sass looking to turn the corner, trying to get outside. He does. Out to the 44-yard line where he slips and falls. Unfortunately for Sass, he had the corner. When he tried to cut it inside, he slipped on the play. And, of course, in high school football, once the knee comes down, the play stops. So Sass, it gets about a gain of, let's call it 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and about 3 for the Panthers.
Shannon McDonald came up, but it wasn't because he made the tackle. You were right. The back from Stevens Point just slipped.
Here we go, 3rd and 3, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Hamas looking to throw. He's got Placeway wide open. Placeway at the 45. He cuts inside down to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. The first pass play of the night from Jesse Hamas to Brian Placeway, complete for a first down. The Panthers 1st and 10 at the Hodag 40-yard line.
Chris Wistocki, a defensive back, made the tackle, but not until the pass was completed and the little run ensued after that. So it's a first down for Spash.
14-yard gain for Hamas to Placeway. Placeway wide open as the the Rylander cornerback giving Placeway a lot of room as he's giving him 7-8 yards right now. 1st and 10 for the inside trap to Hintz. Hintz no place to go as he's stuffed by the interior of the Hodags defense. And on the tackle for the Hodags was Ross Hansen and Doug Nelson. Hansen, the middle linebacker for the Hodags.
They did a good job that time. It appeared that the hole opened for a second, but that was sealed up in a hurry and they didn't make anything. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers as, once again, 4 wide receivers, Jury, Placeway, Hintz, and Sass. As Hamas looking to screen it, he's got Sass. Unfortunately, he overthrows him wide open, a well-developed play, but unfortunately, Jesse had a little bit more time, Ken, it looked like, but he tried to hurry the throw, and thus he threw it into the ground.
Well, you're absolutely right, Gary. He had all the time in the world. They had set it up tremendously, and he just fired the ball, and the guy was only about 6 yards away, and he just threw it way in front of him.
Coming out on offense for the Cardinals is Brian Potter, the senior. Coming in for Potter is tight end Sean Gilbert. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers, 9:52 to go in the first quarter. Hamas looking to throw. He's got a lot of time. He's looking downfield. Ooh, knocked down on the play on a fine defensive effort by Mark Kovieski of the Hodags as the ball was intended for Jury. Kovieski dived and knocked it down. So it'll bring out Potter for the first punt of the night.
Now, there's no doubt that the young quarterback from Stevens Point, Jesse Hamas, senior, but had much more time, and he's just hurrying the pass tonight.
Here's a punt by Potter. Beautiful spiral, and might be too good of a kick rolling into the end zone as Potter got all that in a 40-yard punt as the Hodags will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It was one of those punts you'd like to see him punting from about 10 yards behind the spot he was at, but nonetheless, Spash does get a first down, but now Rylander is going to take over, and we'll see what the Spash defense does tonight, Gary.
Coming out for the Hodags is quarterback, senior, 6 foot, 164, Brent Matthews. The star running back for the Hodags is not that big, but he's quick. Sean Gerke, the tailback, he's a senior. 3 backs in the backfield for the Hodags. Matthews under center, calling his signals as right away the right guard for the Hodags jumps offside. That looks like it was Bill Rolane, the guard for the Hodags, and their first offensive play of the night is a 5-yard illegal procedure penalty.
Well, I tell you, I felt bad when I saw a high school guard jump outside, but not when I saw the Monday night football game.
Oh, God.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen. All you saw was illegal procedure, either on the guard or the tackle.
It looked like a first preseason game for both those teams. Now, instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15 for Rylander. Matthews calling the signals, the inside handoff to Gerke. Gerke cuts inside. He's got a little bit of running room. He gets about almost back to the original line of scrimmage. About a yard short. Let's call it, a 5-yard gain for Gerke as he gets the 5 yards back right away on a good first down play for Rylander to get at least back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they got a little more than that. They got about an extra yard. But the thing is, The Rylander 2 guards really did a nice job of blocking on the guard and on the linebacker from Stevens Point.
Sean Gerke, the tailback for Rylander, only 5'7", 149 pounds, but a lot of very good speed, so Spash is going to have to do a good job of containment on the outside to make sure Gerke doesn't get outside in the corners. Matthews with the inside handoff. He's stuffed by, looks like number 44, the Panthers. Clint Copps, the linebacker for Spash, as he meets the running back on the play, Sean Schaefer, for about a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Clint Copps, a senior, a 5'8", 190-pound linebacker. He's having a pretty good season. I'll tell you, I've seen that young man have a pretty good night after night.
The two ends for Spash starting are Dan Portson and John Poplinski. Ryan Frederick and Tim Landwehr, the tackles, and the nose guard is Ted Melby. 3rd and 7 for Rhinelander. Matthews fakes it. He's looking to pass. He's got a little bit of time now. The collapsers look. Matthews looking to run. He's got outside. He's tripped up on a fine play by nose guard Ted Melby. Matthews may have had some running room, but Melby dove and got him by the shoe tops and brought down Matthews. A fine play for a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was either Melby or Tim Landwehr. Number 52, they both kind of went after the men. One guy just reached out and touched him. It's a loss. 4th down, and Spash should have great field position unless something happens here.
Great job by the interior of the Spash defense there, as back deep for the Panthers. Looks like Sam Krieger waiting for the punt. Low snap, a one-hopper actually, as nice punt by the punter. High spiral, very returnable though at the 45. Is Krieger. Krieger looking to break it outside. He cuts it inside now. It breaks the tackle down to the 42-yard line as Sam Krieger, the junior cornerback, a fine return for the Panthers to give them excellent field position. About a return of 12 yards for Krieger, as the Panthers will have 1st and 10 inside Rhinelander territory.
Yeah, Rylander came up and made a good stop. Eric Bauman made the tackle, and Spash now takes over. Well, they've had field goal position the 2 times, but this is the best they've had.
Hamas back in at quarterback. Sass, the only back in the backfield directly behind Hamas, as Hamas looking to throw. He's got a lot of time. Looks for Placeway. Placeway completes from Hamas as he's dragging the Rylander defensive backfield for a 1st down, as Brian Placeway gets about gain of 12 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals and there for the Panthers, excuse me. And there again, Ken, we saw Rylander giving a lot of room for the Spash wide receivers.
Yeah, they're giving them quite a cushion, and you can just explore that until they come up, and then once they come up, you want to see that arm where the kid just takes off and Hamas throws the ball long. Nice 1st down.
Good 1st down play for the Panthers. Gain of 12 on the completion to Placeway. Inside handoff to Hintz. Hintz trying to, as he almost breaks a tackle, as on the inside counter, Terry Hintz was about 1 tackle or 1 block away, and that could have been 6 points there.
Doug Nelson, one of the 4 or 5 captains from Rylander, reached out and tripped him up, but nonetheless, they pick up about 5 yards. 2nd down for Spash.
Well executed counter on that play, as Terry Hintz just came from his left wingback position, took the handoff up the middle, and if it wouldn't have been for the Rylander defense there, Hintz may have had a making 30-yard touchdown run, but instead it's 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Thomas looking to throw. He's got a lot of time. Down, in the middle, as he had Terry Hintz wide open, a little bit behind, and also breaking out in the left wing area was Ty Jury wide open, but they're just a little bit behind Terry Hintz.
Yeah, he is not right on the beacon today, because he's had a couple of receivers, Hamas that is, break wide open, and he's thrown behind him, and the other kid he threw way in front of him before on the screen pass.
So the Panthers now with 3rd and 6, 6:12 to go in the 1st quarter. No score, as Hamas now back in the shotgun formation, as Hamas looking to throw. A lot of time as he's looking outside. Jury wide open. Jury complete. Jury breaking it to the 5. Touchdown, Ty Jury on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Jesse Hamas to Ty Jury. Jury caught it about the 7-yard line, broke about 2 tackles, and he walked into the end zone before he was tackled, but Jury falls in over the end zone for 6 points. 26-yard touchdown from Jesse Hamas to Ty Jury.
It was a nice pass, a good catch, and then a good run after he had it.
As Jeff Weinkoff in for the 18, good snap. Here's Weinkoff's kick as it's up, and it's good. The Sherrill Tire Center scoreboard shows the Spash Panthers leading by the score of 7-0. The Sherrill Tire Center, for more than just tires, your full-service auto field, where the Panthers get on the scoreboard first on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Jesse Hamas to Ty Jury. And Ken, a good job. Last week we saw the wide receivers doing an excellent job after they catch the ball of running with it, and there was a good example. Jury caught it about the 8 or 9 yard line, broke a couple tackles, got into the end zone.
Did a nice job. The pass was there, and Jury was wide open, by the way, folks. Well, let's see what happens now with the kickoff from SPASH.
As Chris Tatro is in to do the kicking for the Panthers, as here's the kick, a line drive as it rolls down to about the 10-yard line. Fake reverse for Matthews. Matthews looking upfield. He's got no room to run as Matthews on the return may get to the 16-yard line as he's brought out on the play on a fine tackle by number 42. So unfortunately, another, I don't know if you have him, Ken, but we don't have him in our program, unfortunately. Let's see if we can see his back when he turns here.
Well, the other guy that was in that play was Matt Hoffman, number 45. I don't know if these guys are one off or two numbers off. He's right down in front of us right now, and I'm trying to pick up the number.
We'll try to get his number later, as looks like Sherwinski on the tackle. As Gerke on the inside carry gets about 2 or 3 yards on the play, as Gerke fighting for any yardage he can get, brought down by about 3 or 4 Panthers led by Ted Melby and Scott Hawley.
You know, sometimes you folks, you'll sometimes talk to us after a ball game and say, hey, this guy made the tackle instead of that. Sometimes they change the jerseys, folks, and they tell everybody except the guys up in the booth.
Look like Jeff Sherwinski on the special teams tackle for the Panthers.
I think you're right.
2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line for the Hodags. Gerke the only back as he takes the inside handoff from Matthews. A fake handoff from Matthews. Matthews kept it himself, but he went nowhere as he's brought out on the play by Dan Portson, the right defensive end, and Ted Melby.
Coming in for Stevens Point right now is number 45, Matt Hoffman. Coming out for Stevens Point is number 55, Scott Hawley.
And Matt Hoffman last week in Anigo had a great game, and his interception with just under 2 minutes left at Anigo sealed up the victory. Great second half performance last week by Matt Hoffman. He's brought in on the 3rd and long. 3rd and 11, let's call it, for the Hodags, as Matthews is now in the shotgun formation and almost a sure passing down. Matthews calling a single. High snap. He leaps as he's rolling out of the pack. Matthews looking to throw. He's looking deep downfield. He throws it up for grabs. And it's, almost caught and then knocked down as one of the receivers for Rhinelander, Rick Angel, had the closest shot. And there was, Ken, where a situation where Matthews, the quarterback, just threw that one up for grabs. And fortunately for the Panthers, Angel couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, Angel was there, and Adam Johnson was also there. First of all, it was a very poor snap, and I thought we were going to have him for a sack back about 8 or 10 yards, but he got it off. It's a 4th down, and Anigo is kind of taking a look over there. I don't know what they were waiting for, but I think they were waiting for a ball player.
Well, it looks like they only have 10 men on the field, Ken, as Sam Krieger back deep for the return. A good snap this time from the center, and a nice punt by the Hodag punter as Krieger back at the 40-yard line. He's got a lot of return as Krieger trying to cut out a field. He does, down to the 50. Krieger breaks it outside down to the 42-yard line as Sam Krieger on another nice return. This time an 18-yard return, punt return by the junior, Sam Krieger.
Yeah, Sean Gerke, one of the kids brought him down, but they had set up that fence pretty nice, and they got everybody but the kid that knocked him down. Otherwise, he might go all the way or at least pick up another 10, 20 yards.
And on the last touchdown drive, 40-yard touchdown drive for the Panthers. This time, another great field position, as this time they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Hodag 41-yard line. Surprisingly here, Hamas looks like they've had good success throwing. They're going to go with it. Hamas in the shotgun formation. Snap from Hawley, good snap. Hamas looking to throw, heavy rush coming on. Hamas throws it up in the air. That could be intercepted, and it is intercepted by the Hodag. Shannon McDonald. McDonald, run. He's into SPASH territory at the 49-yard line, and there was miscommunication between Hamas and it looked like Brian Potter, as Hamas heavily rushed on that one, threw it up for grabs, and Shannon McDonald's the safety for the Hodags with the interception and a good return, as now the Hodags will have excellent field position.
Yeah, and it was picked off, and Rylanders got the ball on the 49-yard line. 1st
and 10 for the Hodags, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Matthews under 7, 3 backs in the backfield as the inside handoff to the fullback, and that looks like Nick Sturm, the fullback, and he gets a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. The fullback Nick Sturm on just the inside dive play. A good first down play for the Hodags.
Good block by the right guard in the center of Rhinelander that time, and gave him a nice hole to run, and the back took care of the rest and picked up about 6 yards.
2nd and 4 for Rhinelander as they have the ball in the SPASH 42-yard line. Once again, Gerke, the deep back, Sturm, the fullback for the Hodags. Matthews with the snap. They'll carry to Gerke. Gerke nowhere to go as he gets right back to the line of scrimmage. And let's see who comes down from the bottom of the pile as Gerke had absolutely no room to run there. Ryan Frederick, the big tackle, and Scott Hawley, the first 2 Panthers on the tackle.
Yeah, they got in there. If this young man is going to do some running, they're going to have to do some better blocking because that speed he has isn't going to help because they are taking care of him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Matthews talking to Gerke, trying to get their signal straight as 3rd and 4 with under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, 3 backs in the backfield for Rhinelander. Now Sturm in motion as Gerke with the handoff. He's trying to break it outside, and he does for the first down. Gerke still on his feet, down to the 30, and finally brought down at the 27-yard line as Gerke broke a couple tackles, and it took Chris Roth and I believe Brian Potter to bring him down, but not after the first down for the Hodags.
I'll tell you, there was some very poor tackling because that kid should have been hit in the backfield. About 2 guys had a good crack at him and just didn't bring him down. So Rhinelanders got themselves a little march going here.
Supreme comfort, performance, and luxury can be yours at a Marquis Spa. Retreat from life's aches and pains, stresses, and demands, and discover the soothing warmth of the luxurious feel of Marquis Spa exclusively at Placeway Pools, Spas, and Spatio next to Tempura House on Business 51 in Plover. As this time, Gerke with another nice gain on the play as Gerke brought down by senior Rover linebacker Brian Potter, but of about a gain of 7 on the play for the Hodags and Sean Gerke.
I'll tell you, right now they're starting to make it look pretty easy. That SPASH defense is really going to have to wake up because they're going to have to stop this kid behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 3 for the Hodags as they've had good success on this drive after the interception by McDonald. Matthews calling the signals, inside handoff to Sturm. Sturm, no place to go as he's brought into play by nose guard Ted Melby, and Melby just blew away the center and a tackle for a loss. Excellent job by the senior nose tackle, Ted Melby.
Yeah, he came up and got good penetration that time. Coming in for SPASH right now is Mike Broughton, number 69. Coming out for SPASH right now, Tim Landwehr.
3rd and 4 once again for the Hodags, who converted on their last 3rd down opportunity on the 12-yard carry by Gerke. Hand off to Schaefer. Schaefer, a lot of room to run. He's got the first down to the 12-yard line before he's brought down by Mike Gressel, and a huge hole opened up by the interior of the Rhinelander offensive line.
Boy, the kid that did the opening that time was number 74, the offensive tackle. Junior, 6'2", 220 pounds. Ken Nelson did a great job of blocking that time.
7-yard gain for Sean Schaefer as the Hodags now have the ball 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line, and that's the final play of the first quarter. The scoreboard has the SPASH Panthers leading by a 7-point margin. Schaefer also very quick. Now we have the Hodags 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. They hand off to Gerke. Gerke tries to come down about the 7-yard line as Gerke broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and let's call it about the 8-yard line, it looks like, as Gerke a gain of 4 on the play.
And Scott Hawley is one of the kids that made the first initial hit on the person, but not until they picked up 3 to 4 yards again.
A 3-yard first down carry by Gerke as 11:35 to go in the first half as the Hodags are driving in SPASH territory. Matthews, the quarterback, takes the handoff inside to Schaefer. Schaefer nowhere to go as they tried once again a middle dive play, as coming down from the bottom of play is Frederick and Landwehr as Schaefer again, let's give him a gain of 1 on the play.
And Matt Hoffman also joined the 2 other kids from SPASH, so there's a big 3rd down for the SPASH defense right now.
It'll be interesting now what Coach Bill Macris calls the last 2 3rd down opportunities that Rhinelander had instead of passing about the same situation, 3rd and 5 or 6. Both times they ran the ball, and both times with good success, as now it looks like Bill Macris, not liking what he sees, calls a timeout. We'll keep it right that game right here on News Radio, getting underway at 11 o'clock. The Hodags now set as Bill Macris, the coach, has his offense ready to go as Shane Matthews, the quarterback, ready to go. Make that Brent Matthews. Calling the signals as he gives a fake hand off the option to Gerke as he's got the corner. Potter brings him down as Gerke breaks a tackle as Potter almost had him. He couldn't catch him, and Sean Gerke broke the tackle and went in for a 6-yard touchdown run for Sean Gerke.
That was just determination, folks, because he was hit twice and hit hard, but they just couldn't bring him down. They didn't get that tackle around the knees. So Rhinelander picks up a touchdown, and what was that, about the 6-yard line?
6-yard touchdown run for Sean Gerke, and there we saw a speed can. A nice execution by Hordags as Matthews, who on the option got leveled, but he had a good pitch to Gerke. Now the kick as it kicks up and is no good as Johan Bergenrup with the kick wide left as the Panthers will have a 7-6 lead. The Sherrill Tire Center scoreboard shows the SPASH Panthers leading by the score of 7-6. The Sherrill Tire Center, for more than just tires, your full service auto center, will return as now the Hodags ready to kick off as they cut the SPASH margin to 1 point on the 6-yard touchdown run by Sean Gerke. Terry Hintz back deep. Here's a short kick as looks like Chad Bubla on the return for the Panthers. Bubla, not much running room there as it was a high short kick as Bubla gets it down to the 35-yard line. Bubla not liking the tackle, but the Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And Ken, you mentioned it in the pregame show, with a team like Rhinelander, the further along they go, if they're in the game, the more dangerous they become.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's like a little dog going after the mailman. He gets him by the pant leg, and he's not going to let go. And the win last week that this Rhinelander team had, and now this being able to run on this big SPASH ball club.
The Rhinelander win over Kimberly is giving him confidence as Hamas on the option as he pitches it out to Sass. Sass trying to break the corner. He does. He breaks the tackle down to about the 38-yard line as Greg Sass, a gain of 7 on the play. A good job by Hamas and Sass as Hamas, before he was hit, pitched to Sass for a good gain on 1st down.
A nice gain and a good call that time. Going in for SPASH right now is Sam Kruger, and coming out for SPASH is Brian Potter.
It looks like this week the flanker positions for SPASH will be rotating the plays as that time, let's call it a gain of 8 for Greg Sass. He has 15 yards on 3 carries for the Panthers. 2nd and 2 for SPASH. Sass right behind. Hamas looking to throw. He's got a lot of time as the pressure breaking down. Hamas breaks a tackle. He's now scrambling as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by Hamas as Ryan Gehrig, a defensive end for Rhinelander, came in, and after the good pass protection that broke down, Gehrig looked like he had the sack. Hamas broke the tackle and got down. Actually, a gain of 1 on the play for Jesse Hamas, so it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
Chad Bula goes in with the play from the sideline, and let's see what they've decided to do. Somebody better come out of that ball game.
And Rhinelander better hurry up as SPASH ready for their play as Rhinelander still calling their play as Placeway in motion. The inside handoff to Sass. Sass has a 1st down, fighting for extra yardage as he's still moving the pile all the way down to the